We respond to the call dressed for battle. Our image projects professionalism, competence, bravery. After all, little has changed in the look of a firefighter over the last couple centuries. When the public sees us in this gear, there's little doubt in what they can expect from us in our ability to solve their problems. Our work can appear effortless to the untrained observer, but we know it takes years of training and education to master our craft and show this level of competency. We arrive, we handle the emergency, we mitigate the problem, we eliminate the hazard. And then it's over. Our work is done. We pick up our equipment, we pack our hose back on the truck, then we drive off in those fancy fire trucks in anticipation of the next call. It's routine, it's perfunctory, it's just doing my job. And Mrs. Smith stands there alone with her demolished dreams of the remains of her personal property. At this moment, I would argue that our service delivery falls short of customer expectations. Our efforts at customer service and satisfaction need to improve. It's our actions after the emergency that will leave the greatest impact on the customer. The idea of fire department customer service is most prominently fostered by former fire chief of Phoenix Fire, Alan Bernasini, in the early 1990s. And Mrs. Smith was one of his fictional characters who came to represent all the people who we serve. Some argue that citizens really aren't customers. When they call 911, they don't have a choice. They don't get to pick who comes to their emergency. Mrs. Smith calls 911 and the fire department shows up. But we should remember that the citizen is our customer who is receiving a service from us, and they have high expectations. And like a true customer, Mrs. Smith has expectations of a certain level of service, a high quality service as a taxpayer in her community. So what are some of the expectations? We'll respond quickly, we'll handle the problem efficiently, and will cause minimal inconvenience to the customer. We'll be professional in our look, our appearance, our demeanor, and will help solve the problem. Citizen surveys almost always rate the fire department high, and they expect a lot. One of the most significant expectations is that the fire department is sensitive to the problems of the customer and the concerns, and the fire department will not minimize those issues. So we need to balance our model of service delivery to meet the expectations of Mrs. Smith, and we can do that through improved customer service behaviors. The simple act of signing up to be a firefighter causes us to have a public service duty that implores a certain sense of loyalty to the people we serve. We can begin to change our fire service organizational culture by recognizing that our job duties are for the benefit and welfare of the citizens. Our organization is publicly judged by our collective performance, and high-quality service is sought after by our customers. So here's how we can achieve these goals. Fire department leadership must make customer service the highest priority and one of the most important activities. Role modeling is an effective tool of leadership in this regard. Move the organizational culture by fostering and focusing on shared assumptions, values, and beliefs, and move those towards customer service approach. Adopt the values of kindness and compassion, empathy and listening, and counseling and guidance. Don't be afraid to ask, what else can I do for you? Some people call this the presence of ministry. Ben Franklin invented the American Fire Service as we know it, and much has changed over the last 200 years. Focusing your organizational behaviors towards customer service and satisfaction is just another paradigm shift which we must pursue. So what can you do? You can be professional and competent. Be extraordinarily good at what you do. Be that firefighter that everyone wants to be, and be a role model and a mentor to others. You can adopt these actions. Learn to find compassion for the customer. Embrace the purpose and place you hold in the public's view, and learn to be the firefighter that the customer expects. Most of all, be the firefighter you would want to respond to your family in time of need. The Mrs. Smiths of the world are counting on you, and your fire department's counting on you. Thank you, and be safe out there.